Here's a little miniature garden tour. So those first few rows down there are potatoes. And then between the rows of potatoes are summer squash and cabbages. And then the first row that you see right there is broccoli, and then Chinese cabbages, most of which I harvested earlier today. Collard greens, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and kale. And then there's a little patch of more potatoes that I couldn't get to fit. And then here are the winter squash, which there's also some melons down there. But it's very annoying because all of these that you see that are smaller and look like, I don't know, they're not doing that great. These are all my favorite varieties. The variety I'm annoyed by, because I always have a million of them and they taste fine, like they taste good, but I just think they're boring, is this variety that is, once again, this is 2 plants. It's going completely crazy, taking over everything like it does every year, which is why I continue to grow it even though I don't love it. And I'm so annoyed because look how good it's doing compared to these little sad ones. But yeah, that's watermelon. There's cantaloupes. Here's eggplant. I forgot about these. Here's weeds. I sure do like this method of weeding better than if this was all exposed though. Lots of eggplant. And then these are Good Mother Stallard beans. These are a drying bean. Oh, did I show you the peppers down there? Yeah, there's peppers down there. Good Mother Stallard beans. The next row up is okra, which had a really good start, and then some of them have petered out, but some of them look pretty good because you have to consider up here at high elevation, these won't be harvested until September for the most part. Okra starts really late here. But okra, and then here I have some jalapenos. I think 6 jalapeno plants here. This is either Jaredal or Kabocha, and whichever one is that, the other one here is the other one. I can't remember. I think this is Kabocha and that's Jaredal. Not 100% sure of that though. This next row here is Taylor dwarf bush beans. So this is another drying bean. Then the next row is half Mountaineer half runners, which as you can see, I'm super disappointed. They have not done well at all, because that's what the next row up is too. Both of these rows were planted at the same time as these, and these. And all my other beans are dramatically larger than these Mountaineer half runners. I'm not gonna grow them again next year, which makes me really sad because they are a local Appalachian heirloom. But they're just really doing poorly. So anyway, so that's that. There's a cucumber. A random bean ended up there. Cucumber. Some of these didn't come up and I just reseeded them with a quick growing cucumber. These are all cucumbers. And I have fruits that have set. They just aren't mature enough yet. So I'll probably be harvesting cucumbers starting next week. These are the Mountaineer half runners, with which I am very disappointed. And you know what's crazy about this too? This was after a second planting. So like some of them lived, like this one lived after the initial planting. But most of these I had to replant. But anyway, they're not doing great. I'm disappointed with them. Those that are in my little homemade tomato cages are Amish paste tomatoes. These are all Roma tomatoes. And they're a determinate variety, which is why they're short and bushy. And I don't have them staked up on anything. This next row is Better Boy, Brandywine, And then all the rest of this row is also Amish paste. And then the next row up is Aunt Ruby's German Green and some Super Sweet 100s, some Black Cherry, Black Creme, Cherokee Purples. I think I'm forgetting something, but that's mostly what this row is. And then this row is another row of Romas here. And at the end are 2 Mr. Stripies. And then right here, I just planted these last week. I'm not kidding. And they're already like this vigorous. These are called Provider bush beans. So this is a green bean to make up for the fact that my Mountaineer half runners are disappointing. And then these little guys here, I just direct sowed these last week, or might not even been last week, but those are a red Chinese cabbage for more kimchi. And then this is all pak choi that I also direct sowed. These are a cow pea. They're basically like a black-eyed pea. And I was given these seeds by Mac's best friend's dad. They're like a family heirloom for his family. So I'm kind of growing this little patch to save seed for next year. I don't anticipate that I'll get a big harvest from just this small little patch here, but it'll be good enough to save seeds for next year. And then this is Sun Golds. There's 3 Sun Golds right here, which is a cherry tomato. And then down here, I have some mammoth sunflowers and some more of these black-eyed peas. They're pink-eyed peas actually, but you get my drift. And I planted them between sunflowers here. So these are sunflowers. All of that is sunflowers and also some weeds, but mostly sunflowers. And then this is sunflowers intermixed with more Good Mother Stallard, which is again a incredibly delicious drying bean that is also very beautiful. I don't have a trellis up here, and I need to plant one. I mean, set one up. I probably don't need to down there because they'll probably grow up the sunflowers, but down here I need to set something up because these get like 10 feet tall. Again, compare these with those sad little Mountaineer half runners. Not great. Oh, doggone it. Got some Japanese beetles copulating on my corn. So this is a random little area of corn, but most of our Bloody Butcher corn is here. It is a mess and very, 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 very weedy, but hello ladies, but I don't know if you can tell, it's very tall, so it's doing its thing. It's just very weedy. Hello girls. Hello. I don't have any treats for you. Poco. Poco. You got flies bothering you, baby. But yeah, that's the garden for the most part. I also have sweet potatoes over there and strawberries and some other stuff, but this is... Hey, Lucky. Oh, y'all are just eating up with flies. Poor thing. Man, the flies are so weird because it's the same way with Bridget. Like occasionally she won't have any flies on her, and then I go to see her later, like the same day, and she looks horrible. It's unpredictable. But anyway, this is my cabbages, which the slugs have gotten to them. I have kept the cabbage moths from eating them to smithereens, just with a, judicious spraying of BT, which is organic and everything. So there's a head developing, but that is all slug damage on those outer leaves. Lovely. This is very weedy potatoes. I've harvested all of those there, but the rest is full, and the weeds have not bothered them because I cannot believe how big the potatoes are I've harvested from here so far. And then these are all potatoes and weeds. And then that front row is russet potatoes. And then this is my summer squash row right here. And I did plant some more summer squash the other day. So I kind of did a, what's it called? Succession planting of these summer squashes so that, you know, they weren't all ready at the same time and then all dying at the same time. But these are Pantheon, and holy smokes, I am so impressed by these squash. They are super productive and very tasty and huge, and they don't seem to be being bothered by pests. This is wilting, which I bet you means, I would bet you the big bucks, something is eating this one's root. I bet tomorrow I'll come out and this one will be dead. Same with that one. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I'm pulling this out. Yep, look at there. Totally dead. That happened today. I would bet you anything that was a vine borer. See, this is why I do succession planting. See, I have a new one coming up right here. Ugh, it's so annoying. I hate vine borers. I guarantee you that's what did that. And I think one is attacking that one too. I bet you I'll come out tomorrow and that one will be dead. How annoying. Doggone it. I'm tempted to just pull it out now. Frustrating. But anyway, my Pantheon all look great. Let's see, look at there. Look how pretty those are. They're delicious. Super good. I'm so happy with them. But anyway, that's the garden. It's not perfect, but I'm very happy with it. And I'm proud of it, particularly because, you know, I haven't obsessed over, you know, every single plant, because it's been big enough that if some stuff doesn't make it, it's not the end of the world to me, like that squash that I just pulled out. But overall, everything looks really good. I'm very, very pleased. I'm just annoyed by these Mountaineer half runners beans. Those are very disappointing. I mean, that's a half runner bean. Look how tiny they are next to these. These are a bush bean. And my vining beans, my pole beans, look at them. They're huge. So it's just these that suck. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'll grow next year, but I am not going to grow those again. For sure, I'm not going to.